What is Ohm's law and how to use it to understand electricity? In 1827, George Ohm discovered some law relating to the strength of a current in a wire. Ohm found that electricity acts like a water in a pipe. He discovered that the current in a circuit is directly proportional to the electric pressure and inversely proportional to the resistance of the conductors. That means he gives the relation between the potential difference applied to the end of the conductor and current flowing through the conductor. This law states that if the physical state of the conductor, like temperature and other physical conditions, remains unchanged, then current flowing through a conductor is always directly proportional to the potential difference across the two ends of the conductor. That means potential difference V is directly proportional to the current I, or mathematically it is written as V is equals to I into R, where V is the potential difference between the two ends of the conductor, I is the current flowing through this circuit, and R represents resistance. Using that formula, he gives three formulas. Student, that diagram is the easier way to remember the three formulas. Okay. So in this diagram, the triangle is divided into the upper part and the lower part. Upper part represents the voltage value and the lower part represent the two quantities current and resistance. So from the first triangles, we have to calculate the voltage formula. That means V is equals to lower part of the triangle, that means I into R. In the second triangle, for the current formula, I is equals to upper part of the triangle, that is voltage, divided by the lower part of the triangle, that is resistance. So formula will become current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. In third triangle, resistance formula is R is equal to upper part of the triangle is voltage divided by the lower part of the triangle is current. That means resistance formula is voltage divided by current. Now applications of the Ohm's law formula. So by using that equations, we can calculate the voltage, current or resistance value if the two values are given there. So in the first figures, voltage and the current values are given, that is 36 volt and the current is 4 ampere, and we have to calculate the resistance value, and we know the resistance formula is equals to voltage divided by current. So it is 36 volt divided by 4 ampere, that gives 9 ohm. Ohm is the unit for resistance. In the second figure, the voltage and the resistance value are given and we have to calculate current value. So current formula is voltage divided by resistance, that means 18 volt divided by 3 ohm, it gives 6 ampere. Ampere is the unit for current. So that was the mathematical way, but if we have graph and we can calculate the resistance value, so by using the slope we can calculate the resistance value. Student, that graph represents the voltage versus current. X-axis represents the current value and the y-axis represents the voltage values. That straight line represents the graph is linear, and the triangle is nothing but the slope which gives the value of resistance. We know that the slope formula is del y by del x, and y-axis represent the voltage value and x-axis represent current value. So slope formula become del y means voltage, change in voltage divided by del x means change in current, and voltage divided by current is the formula for resistance. That's why we say that the slope of this graph gives the value of resistance. Now let's see how to calculate the slope of this line. So for that we have to consider any 2 points on the line. Here we are consider the 2 points, that is the points which has the coordinate 1 and 4. That means 1 represent x1 value and 4 represent y1 value. Second point is 3 and 12. That means the 3 represent x2 value and 12 represent y2 value. We put all this value in the given formula, and after calculating we get the resistance value is equals to 4 ohm. Similarly, we can calculate another slope whose coordinate are 1 4, that means 1 is x1 and 4 is y1, and another coordinates are 2 4, where 2 represent x2 value and 8 represent y2 value. So again put all this value in the given formula and we get the resistance value is 4 ohm. Student, this is the linear graph, so that's why every times whatever you point consider on the graph, the resistance value is always constant. So this is the way, by using the Ohm's law we can calculate the resistance value by mathematically and by graphically.